Hey YouTube, this is your girl Ambi Gonzalez from Ambi Gonzalez TV, and today I'm going to be sharing with you all this requested video. A lot of you want to know exactly what was my experience like visiting Panama, the country in Central America. So today I'll be sharing that with you all and also letting you know what I did, why I didn't get to vlog a lot, and all that fun stuff. So yeah, that's it.
In the sky, you can catch me on a plane. Bad model chick, can't remember her name. She don't know my face, she don't know what my name is. All she knows is I act like I'm famous. Walk around the mall like 20 feet.
So first, let me get started with the reason why I went to Panama in the first place. I do have friends that live there, so I did want to see them initially. And my student, he actually wanted to go out of the country and experience just another Spanish-speaking country where he can practice speaking his Spanish, and he wanted a feel for it. So he basically invited me to go along. So that was pretty much my reason for going, and I got to see, like I said, some friends there. And it was overall a good experience, so I don't have anything bad to say about the country. I actually like the country. Básicamente en este video yo voy a hablar sobre de mi experiencia en Panamá. Yo fui con mi estudiante y yo fui para visitar a mis amigos que viven allá. Y sí, fue muy divertido y la gente era muy amable. No sé qué más. Everyone was pretty cool, like very friendly, and I didn't get any weird vibes. I mean, half the people thought I was from there. When I went to Colón, I mean, I looked like everybody there. So it's a beautiful country. The only thing I don't like about it, besides the driving, is I don't like that the pay isn't very high. When I heard about how much people were making a month living there, and then the cost of living was still high, like that was very sad for me to experience or just to even hear about it. So, and I'll get into all that stuff in a little bit. So, yeah, everything was fun. I really had a good time there. However, the only thing I did not like about the country, I don't want to say like the entire country, only let's say the city, la ciudad de Panamá, so Panama City, Panama. The driving. ¿Qué pasó? No entiendo eso. La gente no sabe manejar, and it was ridiculous. I almost got hit by a car twice. So you guys see, if you go back and look at my vlog, you will see, I think the vlog when I was in a taxi, you will see how those cars were just bunched. It was crazy. And I even went to Colón, Panama. That's supposed to be like the gutter part of Panama, right? So I went there to see a friend, and honestly, the driving was a lot better than it was in the city. I mean, that was just a shock to me. It completely shocked me how there were no driving rules. Like, people were blowing horns, people were jamming and just running lights and making left turns on. It was just so crazy. But other than that, like, people were very friendly, very blunt. I will say that. The men are very bold there. So if you're a young lady and you're thinking about visiting Panama, I would say it's cool to have like someone with you. And look who's talking, because I like to wander off by myself a lot. So the guys are very blunt. Very blunt. Like, they will walk up to you and say exactly what they want. So just prepare for that if you go to Panama. What else can I say? You know what, guys, honestly, I was sick. I ended up getting very sick while I was there. It didn't have anything to do with what was going on in Panama. I was sick before I went there, but I just didn't want to cancel the trip. It was already paid for, accommodations was already made, so I wasn't going to cancel. However, it did kind of spoil just a little bit for me. My student, he went off. Like, he went off with girls, with his friends. So he just left me when I wasn't feeling good. But probably a little bit, it spoiled just a little bit, because I found myself, like, you know, a little just sick. So I wanted to stay, like, in a room, like, for a whole day. So that sucked. And I didn't really want to go out at night. So that sucked. So I met someone in Panama. And, yeah, so I met someone in Panama. I think I'll be going back. Wait. So let's talk Colón, right? Everybody in Panama, like from the police to the cab drivers to the hotel people to the flight attendants to the people in the bakery, everywhere. Toda gente me dijeron, no te vayas pa Colón. They all told me, don't go to Colón, don't go to Colón. Like, you even mention Colón, and they're like, oh, Colón, like, who do you know in Colón? I'm just like, okay, Colón can't be that bad. Like, I'm from Detroit. It can't be that bad. Oh my gosh. So people were so negative about Colón, so, like, making us think it's just the south side of Chicago. Just worse, just worse. So my student didn't even want to go with me to visit Colón. That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go see people that look like me. So that's that was my whole purpose, really going to Colón, and also to see a friend because he stayed out there. And okay, let's fast forward. So my student didn't want to come with me, so I was going to go by myself. However, I was meeting up with my friend, and I took a cab. I was going to take the cab to the Albrook Mall, which was going to take me on to the Colón bus, which would take me to Sabanitas. However, the cab driver felt so scared for me that he was just like, listen, because originally he was going to charge, I think, $70 to take me from the city to all the way to Colón, because it was supposedly an hour away. It was only like 40 minutes. So I was like, oh no, you know, that's okay. I just take the bus. It's like $4. So he was like, okay, so how much do you got? How much do you got? I'll take you to Colón. I'm like, I have $30. So he was like, okay, $30, mommy, I'll take you. Of course, he's saying all of this in Spanish because he didn't speak any English. Like, none of the cab drivers spoke any English. So I get in the car, and he's like, okay, mommy, yo te llevo pa Colón, you know, whatever. But he was just telling me, like, please, you know, be careful, and who do you know in Colón, and, you know, don't talk to nobody. He gave me a whole prep talk the whole way there. And then we got to Rey Supermercado in Sabanitas, and when we got in front of that supermarket or the mall, whatever, before I got out the car, he looked at me and he was like, listen, don't talk to anybody. So I was like, okay, I'll just say no hablo español. I'm just like, I was like, okay, I'll just tell him I don't speak Spanish. He was like, no, you speak Spanish. What you don't speak is English. I'm like, okay. He's like, you don't speak any English. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care if you forget the word in Spanish. You don't know nada in English. I'm like, okay. No, if they know that you speak English, they will rob you. Like, that's what he said. So I'm like, okay, está bien, yo entiendo. No voy a decir nada en inglés. Está bien. So I get out the taxi and I'm standing there. I thought I blended in well because everybody out there looked like me or darker. So I'm like, okay, I'm blending in. No. Nope. They can sniff me out. They knew I wasn't from there. So I'm just standing there with my arms folded. I'm all in the corner like, just waiting for my friend to get here any moment now. Just waiting. And finally he arrives and he's just like, oh my God, you look like a foreigner. You look like a tourist. I'm like, how? He's like, the way you're dressed, your hair, your makeup, your shoes, you just don't look like you're from here. I'm like, oh my gosh. Thank God I didn't pull out my camera and start vlogging. Y'all know I wanted to vlog for y'all, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I wanted to show y'all Cologne so bad, but I couldn't vlog. I was just too... I didn't want people to be like, okay, she really ain't from here. So, yeah. But next time I will vlog. Oh, and another thing, it was becoming nighttime, so that's another thing. I'd rather be more alert, especially since Cologne was just this big old scary place, supposedly. So, now I ain't gonna lie now. Once I got in a car with him and he showed me around, he did take me to the hood, to El Barrio of Cologne. He took me, and actually, Cologne isn't even that big. So, I mean, a couple blocks up is the hood, a couple blocks down it's okay. So, yeah. I can see why people say it's very rough and scary there. However, the people seem very friendly, very nice. I mean, I don't know. I was only there for 2 seconds because then we turned right around. So yeah. There is something about the country that did kind of disturb me, and I have to say that is the pay. The pay. Like, el dinero. I don't understand fully how it's possible for people to only make $600 to $700 a month, and like police officers make that. I spoke with 2 police officers there, and they both, one told me he makes like $950 a month. The guy that worked at the hotel told me he's lying, he makes no more than $750 a month. But I'm just thinking, like, how can people live off that? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, if they only get paid $700 a month, then that must mean their cost of living is low. And wrong. I was thinking the exact same thing, because when I was in Uruguay, when I stayed in when I went to South America in Uruguay, yes, their pesos, it's like they weren't making a lot of money either, and their cost of living was a lot cheaper. Not in Panama. The cost of living is still, like, the police officer told me he pays $650 for rent and he makes $950 a month. Then the guy that worked at the hotel told me he makes $650 a month and his rent is $500 a month, and that's for a 1-bedroom apartment. So I'm just thinking, like, how can you live off of that? That part really disappointed me about the country, just knowing how people really are. I hate to say it, but it's like that's really poverty. And I guess it's for me because I was born in the States. Like, I make United States money. So for me, it's like, oh my God, that's devastating. But what it did was, and I've already been aware of this type of thing. You know, I've been to different countries before. Half of my surroundings are Hispanic people, so I know different stories, and I'm used to this type of thing, and hearing about people from Guatemala only making $6 a day. Like, I'm used to hearing that. However, it's always a good thing to go back to a foreign country and be humbled and be reminded again how I don't need to be complaining about anything in the U.S. compared to what other people are going through. So that part of the trip really, it just re-humbled me and just made me realize, okay, no matter what I go through in life, I need to realize that someone else is always going through something a lot worse. So yeah, that's my little message. Let's talk the food there. Don't be disappointed in me. I did not get to experience real Panamanian food because all I want to do is eat sushi. Like, I literally ate at the same restaurant like 6 times, yo. Like, for real. And it was a sushi place. And I don't know. I didn't even get to try no real Panamanian food, okay? So, when I go back, I'll make sure I do that. I did see in one of the comments that, under one of the videos, someone asked me if I was to move to Panama, what exactly would I do? So I did ask around there, just local people, and after finding out how much people get paid there, it kind of turned me all the way off with wanting to relocate to Panama, because there's no way that I can survive off of $700 a month. I just can't. Not when my rent there will be $650, $600 a month. I don't think so. So that's not anything I would be interested in doing. However, if I do relocate to another country, I would do the same thing that I would do in the States. I'll be an interpreter or a translator. That's what I do best. So yeah, that's that. My favorite part of going to Panama, because I got to experience Colón a little bit. So when I go back, I definitely plan on going back to Colón to actually vlog and get footage for you all to show. So yeah, that's my little video about my experience in Panama. Everyone was nice. The food was great, even though all I ate was Japanese food off of Uruguay Street. Oh wait, off of Via Argentina. And yeah. So if you haven't seen the vlog of me, follow me around in Panama vlog, make sure you click on the link in the description box so you can watch that vlog. And try not to laugh too hard at my student because he was fuera control, okay? He was very out of control. That's all I have for you all today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Gracias por ver y hasta la próxima. Adiós.